The software industry landscape is changing, and if you don't have checked out efficient solutions like no-code or low-code by now, you need to watch this video. So first, no-code. What are no-code platforms about? So no-code platforms aim for people without coding skills to create applications for inventory things, for websites or web shops. So there is a web-based user interface where you create applications by defining data objects and views on the data so that you can manipulate the data, as well as workflows where you can trigger certain actions based on the data manipulation. Think about something like sending an email if you created a new data set. That's about no code. Moving to the next part, and that is low code. So low code applications are also aiming for people without higher level coding skills, but they integrate some coding parts like a database query or a little JavaScript to do higher level actions from triggers or anything. So it's not something where you create an application from scratch, but you have a development environment where you create user interfaces, and maybe you have something like a button, and this button has an action, and this action can be the execution of a method in JavaScript as an example. So this enables you to create higher level applications and build functionalities around that. Have you ever tried to use a no-code or low-code platform? Comment below, because I would love to hear your thoughts about it. So we have learned that no-code platforms and low-code platforms can be used to create applications. So why do you want to use it instead of building your own application from scratch? So if you're a developer, congratulations, you're able to do that. But maybe you want to be time efficient and don't want to hang around with some boilerplate code. So also people who cannot code can just start with the application development. So they create an account on a no-code or low-code platform, and so they can start off with creating the application. They don't have to think about versioning of source code, which programming language, and so on and so forth. So all these things is already set up, and you can immediately start by deploying your application. And this is very good for the digitization of a lot of automatic processes or a lot of manual processes. So low-code and no-code platform foster the future of the digital world, and they can be used for this very well. Other people think about using low-code or no-code platforms to build prototypes, and there's nothing wrong with it. So if you want to try out how something looks like, and if it's a product you want to validate, go for that. But if you think about something building an MVP with a low-code platform to be fast, and then expand this to a full code individual project, so that's maybe not the best idea to start with. I say maybe, because in the end, if you transition from a low-code platform to a real project, then usually it's something like a complete re-implementation. Maybe it's even faster for you to go with a no-code platform first. But think about the step after this, and maybe it's not worth the time saving for the local platform. So this all sounds awesome, and you can really speed up the application development with these platforms. But what are challenges with it? So, of course, if you work with a no-code platform, at least you have a dependency to the vendor of the local platform. Depending on the price model and further developments of the feature richness of the platform, it's very easy for you to go with this solution first. But maybe in the future this will become a problem and you have to switch to another vendor, which is maybe a complete re-implementation project. On the other hand, if you are good with this, nothing wrong. On a local platform, in contrast, you are building a code base. Even if it's a small code base and it's just some functions you use, it's still code. And the larger the application grows, the larger the code base will be. And the code base needs to be maintained. And if you do changes, you need to test it. Maybe you should even do a code review, and you need to do versioning of the code, and you have a staging environments where you transition from a development environment to a test environment to production. So you see there are still methods we use in software development which also apply to low-code platforms. And this is something which you should keep in mind, that even if you run a low-code platform, you still need a concept for the data models to stay consistent, to a release management process, to think about data privacy and IT security in general. So it's not that you can speed up the development times. Yes, you can do that, but you still need to think about a lot of things which are commonly used in application development. So be prepared for that. That's usually in a larger application. It's not a one-man job to do that. So you need to involve the IT department to make them aware of the application, to check that you have a good maintained code base and stuff like that. It's really important to keep that in mind if you are aiming for fast application development. So now that you have learned what no-code and low-code platforms are about and what challenges they are, so it's your turn to try them out and to explore the world. Luckily, there are a lot of freemium versions online where you can try next. I will list some in the descriptions of the video. So thanks for watching this video. I will see you in my next one.